honoured with the Outstanding British Contribution to Cinema Award at this year's BAFTAs. British writer, director, producer and actor Noel Clarke issued his heartfelt encouragement for underrepresented people to believe that they can achieve more.
Yeah, something he passionately stood by when noticing a lack of diversity on the set of his new series Viewpoint, which he addressed by bringing on 6 or 7 trainees from black and diverse backgrounds to work on the filming. And Noel joins us now. Now, great to see you, Noel. I watched the first episode last night. So this runs on ITV all next week. 5 episodes all the way through the week. It's gripping. It's a really good... It's got humour, it's gripping. And what I loved about it was your character, because I know you as a sort of really sort of big character, determined sort of person. But the person you were playing is a bit aloof, you know, quite mysterious. It actually suited you. You know what I mean? That as a compliment.
Thank you. Firstly, thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, I think, you know, anyone who does know me, as you do, knows I'm the least still person you'll ever meet. You know, and I've always had that energy. But playing Martin, which is one of the things that attracted me to the role, is he's very still and very meticulous. I think it's kind of where I'm going in my old age as well. So it was you know, there's a few greys in the beard now. Sorry about that. There's a few greys in the beard now. So you know. I think that's where I'm going.
Yeah, as you get older, you start winning big awards. You know you've made it when that happens, and you won the BAFTA for Outstanding British Contribution to Cinema.
Because it was 13 years ago that you got the BAFTA for Rising Star, didn't you? And went up on stage to make a speech. And that little collar shrug that we're just looking at got you a little bit of stick. I mean, why did that back then? And why do you feel and seem so much more confident and composed now?
Well, I think, you know, I got a lot of stick for that for years, continuously, and I always regretted it and always thought I'm going to apologise, as I said in the speech. And in later years, I kind of realised, as I said in the speech, why I did it, and it's because I felt like that was something that someone like me, and it's not just about race, because I did say in my speech that underrepresented, it's also about class. It's also about where you're from. And that can be black, white, whatever. Sometimes people that are working class are not seen as much. And being 2 of those things I just mentioned, you know, at the time I couldn't articulate it, but years later I understood I did that because I was like, do you know what? Wow, I've done this, you know, and obviously years have gone by in the industry and I've aged and I've got wiser. But it took me full circle to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to apologize for it, because actually now still there are people of working class and people that look like me and sound like me that are not seen. And so it is what it is.
No, that's absolutely crucial. We've talked about this before, haven't we? This idea of representation, that, you know, even directors of films, directors of documentaries, if they are all men, then you don't get the female lens. If they're all white, you don't get the black lens. It is important that we have, and not just in front of camera in your roles, but behind the scenes as well, we have a diverse workforce.
Yeah, 100%. And as you said about the, when I went onto the set of the show, you know, and again, I said, you know, I wanted to have more people that we could, you know, bring on as trainees. And one newspaper said I said fix the white crew, which is, of course, I would never ever say that, anyone who knows me, and that's not what I said. But it was women. Is like we had a bunch of people that came on, 7 trainees that came on in the end. There's only 4 in the picture there because they were spread out. And some of those people will now have careers in the film industry. Do you know what I mean? Some of them, a few of them won't, because they're like, oh, actually, this is not for me. But I remember one guy worked in camera for a week and he realized he didn't like it. And then he walked past the DIT, which is the digital people that do all the rushes. And I never saw him again because he was in that tent and he found something that he loved. Yeah. And now he go on to become a DIT. And the girl that worked in camera might now go on to be a DOP. Like, for me, it's important.
And that is the way that we reshape the stories and the opportunities for everybody, isn't it? By giving those opportunities to the people that then will hopefully go on to share. Someone who typically of her has done this is Helen McCrory, who I know you know, very fond of. It looks like that money that's been donated for those that are sad that are passing, at her passing is now going to be used to support those from different backgrounds to get opportunity, either by one-to-one or just by finding opportunity. And you just feel that she would have been so proud of that. We were very fond of her on this show, and her husband, Damien. They spoke to us a lot, and they were such a lovely couple. But you've worked with her directly, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I won't profess to know them like they come around my house for barbecues. By the way, I don't do the barbecues, but I won't profess to know them like that. But I will say that Helen came and did a film of mine years ago when she really did not need to, because she was already Helen McCrory, and I was just like a young guy doing his second movie. And she came and did that movie. And ever since then, Helen and Damien, whenever I've seen them, have always been just the loveliest people to me. And in a business where a lot of people haven't, they always, always, always were. And so I just think for me, Damien, and I send him all my love and blessings, and Helen was just one of the good ones for me.
Yeah, such a lovely pairing and so lovely as individuals. It's very sad for everybody that loved them, isn't it? Wonderful to talk to you this morning, though. Congratulations. Oh, very quickly, just because I was a massive fan of you when you were on it before, is it true you might be the next Doctor Who?
I do not think that is true at all.
Okay.
I think occasionally I will bump into some of the doctors who are friends of mine, and I'll post pictures. And I think people get excited. And I was asked in an interview, would I ever consider it? And like any normal human, I said I would consider it. And then I think, oh, this furore.
Well, also, you did go off into a parallel universe, didn't you? So you could come back as a doctor. You see, I'm a Whovian.
No,
I know
in the
meeting. Put it out there. I would also consider headlines, James Bond and any Marvel character they want to give me. Well, if that's what people keep doing every time I say something.
Noel, in the meeting this morning, when we were chatting about what we were going to say to you, she just said, "I've got to ask him all about Doctor Who." She's a big fan. Kate is, really up there with Doctor Who. So,
well, look, congratulations. Great to chat to you this morning. Thanks so much indeed.